It charged from 40% to 60% in 15 minutes and only consumed 5 units of electricity. Fantastic. The efficiency and the frugality of this car is amazing. Hi guys, this is Kamlesh from PluginIndia. We don't have Abhishek this time, our usual car guy. You have to bear with me today. I'm here at the Reliance GeoPulse BP fast charger here in Santa Cruz, Mumbai. And they have a CCS2 fast charger here. My Tiago.ev is right here, charging up. And then you have a couple of Veritos there with GVYT plugs. And yeah, today I'll be taking this Tiago to Pune, all the way to Pune. So look forward to this trip. This is the XZ Plus Tech Lux variant. And the topmost variant, which costs 11,79,000 rupees. It has all the crazy features of the topmost variant: the contrast black roof, Toyota headlamps, DRL, leatherette seats, chrome handle, rain sensing wipers, cool glove box, cruise control, push start, every damn thing. So the topmost variant, you have to spend more than 11.9 lakhs to get this ex-showroom, 11.79 lakhs ex-showroom. And it's interesting. I mean, most of the features I would not use. I would only prefer the cruise control feature and then the push button feature. I mean, having a key in a car in 2023 does not make sense. So I guess the topmost variant is not for me. But yeah, it's sneaky the way the car companies, create these variants. So they ensure that, you always choose the higher variant. Pretty interesting. Anyway, guys, so I would like to know what variant did you choose? And I'm sure many of our viewers have booked the Tiago.ev. I would love to know your views on what variant you chose. Today I'm going to do a 145 kilometer journey to Pune with this has a 24 kilowatt hour battery pack, out of which 22.1 kilowatt hour is usable. But we have a crazy Ghat to climb, and it's not a straightforward journey. That Ghat is a range killer. The tires are 14-inch tires and 175 mm. So these are similar to the tires we have on the Tigor and the classic Mahindra E2O Plus. I don't know if these tires have a rolling resistance. I'm not sure. It's an Amazer XP Apollo tire. So I think it's similar to what we had in the E2O. But anyway, the wheelbase is pretty interesting. It's a 2400 mm wheelbase, which is similar to what we have in the Tigor. I mean, slightly lesser, right? 50 mm lesser. But still, this car is so nippy, and you can breeze through traffic. It's so easily compared to Tigor. I wonder why that is, even though the wheelbase is similar. So I love this car. It's super cool. It has a lot of personality. It looks cute, and this car really excites me. A small electric car, capable electric car. So yeah, looking forward to this trip. All right, guys. So the car is fully charged, and if I start it, it tells me that. So that's the starting animation, and it says I will reset the trip meter. So everything is reset now. It's all 00, and I can cycle through the trips here. I'll reset trip B2. It's all reset now. It's a brand new car, and trip A is 0, watt per kilometer is 0. Okay, and now we will go to Pune. All right, so it's time to leave this fast charging station and go to Mumbai. There's nobody here. All good. All right, so easy to turn, man. This car is so easy to handle. 186 kilometers range. I don't know if I have to charge once in Lonavala. Let's see. All right, here we go. Alright guys, exiting this mall at last, and let's now try to navigate and see where we are. So I'll turn on the Apple CarPlay here. Oh my god, I have to go through Mumbai now. That's scary. Alright. Oh, excuse me ladies. Take a left. Instantly after driving Nexon and Tigor for many months, you feel it is so nimbler, easier to maneuver in city. You can easily feel the difference, that's for sure. My aim was to reach Lonavala charging station at least by 6 p.m. At least we have some daylight, but I don't think that's going to happen. Alright guys, at last I found an empty road now. Fantastic. Use the Tiago.ev and a highway trip on a small electric car. This is something that we always wanted at PluginIndia ever since the Nexon EV was launched. There are small electric cars, and at last we have one. And all respect to Tata Motors, our respect has increased. They haven't catered to only the luxury SUV owners, so we love it. First trip to Pune is looking good. Regen level is, there's no regen right now because SOC is 99%. That sucked. Once you start driving electric cars, you always want regen. Alright guys, 90% SOC update. Still going towards Thane in Mumbai and then going to Vashi. This range calculation is totally out of whack. I'm not going to believe it at all. And the SOC is 90%, so that's what I'm going to trust. Yeah, so that range 121 kilometers, that's like crazy. So alright, let me just shift to this lane. Yeah, so lot of traffic. I missed an exit, all sort of craziness, last 10%. And this range estimation is absolutely needs work. I don't know why it keeps jumping up and down like this. Regen, I can't do one pedal driving. I have put Regen level mode 3, and there is no one pedal driving option here. Even in mode 3, the Regen is pretty weak. It's just impossible to get any sort of one pedal going here. See, if I take my foot off the pedal, I'm hardly stopping. It's like I need to stamp the brakes now. That sucks. Alright guys, so 80% update. I won't even mention the DTE now anymore. Just the water per kilometer has come down drastically, 123, due to my light foot, and the Regen is kicked in. So at 90%, I was not happy. There was no Regen at all, very weak Regen, and now it's kicked in. And after 89%, the level 3 is pretty strong. I can do one pedal Regen, one pedal driving, no issues at all. Loving the drive, except this Mumbai, crazy Mumbai. By the time you get out of Mumbai itself, all the excitement, everything goes for a toss. It's such a buzzkill. I wish we had an expressway from Western Expressway to Eastern Expressway in Navi Mumbai. That would be great. Reaching Navi Mumbai, so it took 2 hours to just cover Mumbai. So that's the sad part about this journey. 143 kilometers seems very easy, but yeah, this Mumbai killer and then the Ghat, upcoming Ghat, all that is like makes it pretty painful. Yeah, so I have lots to say about this car and Tata Motors. So I will the software and all that. I have a lot of comments, so which I will talk about later. Let me get out of this Navi Mumbai and get to the highways. Alright, update at 70%, I guess, once we reach the expressway. Alright guys, 70% update. Yeah, I'm crossing 80 and then you get the speed limit warning, like just like the Nexon in the Tiago 2. And highway driving is awesome, absolutely stable, torque is great, powers, no issues at all. 90, look at that, I don't feel anything. Amazing. The feel is great, handling is fantastic. I'm not listening to any wind noise, I'm not listening to a little bit of road noise, but then it's so quiet inside. In the city, it's like your own personal space, very quiet. And the water per kilometer has gone to 112, look at that. Turned off Regen right now, because the Regen, I think what happened was after 89%, the Regen became very strong. and that improved the efficiency a lot. So the watt per kilometer kept drastically reduced. So I want to talk about a couple of things. One is the BMS of the Tata cars, right? The Tata electric cars, the Nexon, Tiago. What I learned is that there's no active balancing in the BMS. That means when you charge up to 100%, that is when all the cells voltages will be balanced. If you don't charge properly, and it can cause issues. So I'm sure many of you who have booked the Tiago.ev, this may be your first electric car. So I think what you need to really understand is to ensure that you develop a very disciplined charging habit, because this car is not like a BYD which has an awesome BMS. You have to charge at least once a week. You have to get it to 100%. You have to do it. You have to get the discipline to do it. And these are lithium iron phosphate batteries cells, so they have no issues charging up to 100%. So don't listen to Western articles and Western videos talking about Western electric cars, where most of them are NMC batteries and they advise them to charge up to 80%. So if you do a couple of fast charges, ensure that do at least one slow charge up to 100%. So the cells are balanced. So that's very important. I think charging habits and charging discipline is very important in the Tata electric cars, and especially in the Tiago.ev. We were testing the BYD E6, and my god, the BMS is so sophisticated, that even we were driving for more than a week. We were driving at 20% and then got it down to 6%, charged up to 20%, got it down to 5%. For more than a week, nothing happened. So if I do the same on the Nexon or even my old E2, it would stall, because even if one cell goes below 3 volts or below the threshold voltage 2.9 volts or whatever it is, the car will stall. What I've learned from the Nexon community is that in some cases, if you don't take care of your charging habits, you don't drive every day and charge regularly, your cells can get weak, or you might have a faulty battery pack. That has happened before in the Nexon community. So if you have a faulty battery pack, cells can go weak. So what Tata does is your battery pack will go to Tata Autocom Systems, and who manufactures the battery pack for Nexon and the Tata cars, and they will find the faulty cells and they will change the module. Well, each battery pack has a set of modules, and each module has 100 cells, cylindrical cells, right? So they might replace the module, refurbish it, repair it, and then give it back to you. So that process, if something like that happens, worst case scenario, right? So you don't charge properly, or there's a manufacturing defect in the battery pack. So it can happen. It has happened to many people. So in what I observed is many people in the community, they have got these modules replaced, and then there's no issue after that. So if something like that happens, if you're the unfortunate person who has bought the Tiago.ev and something like that happens, so don't worry, get this to your dealership and get the battery checked, ensure that the modules are changed, and you get your battery pack again. So I did that when I had my E2, and after 7th year my cell got weak, and I need to sway. Okay, so yeah, then after 7th year my cell got weak, and I had to change a couple of cells. So at that time I had to go to the Mahindra dealership and drive up to 110%, find out myself which cells are weak, and then ask Mahindra to get a new cell. So I've done that before in my E2, and something similar will happen with you guys too. So it might seem daunting and very scary, but don't worry, most battery packs are built very well, and most people in the Nexon community don't have this issue. But just a fair discussion on what can go wrong. Oh man, I'm loving this. It's like the cruising of this is incredible. Like 80 kmph, the speed limit thing is on, and it's just cruising. See, I've taken my foot off the pedal. It's gradually coming down, 75, 74, slightly downhill, you can see. 72. The cruise is pretty good with zero regen. I like the way it cruises. Okay, so the Ghat is just starting, 57% SOC. And let's see, by the time I reach the Lonavala charger, let's see what is the percentage drop that happens when I climb this Ghat. Alright, here it goes. Alright guys, the Mumbai Pune expressway Ghat starts. A lot of slow moving traffic, you have to dodge through them like that. And the SOC at the bottom of the Ghat, just half kilometer before me, it was 57%. So 92 kilometers done, 57% remaining. That's good efficiency. And now this Ghat is all about, dodging slow moving trucks and keeping a light foot and going ahead. And the Tiago is doing awesome. It's just so comfortable driving this car. Oh my god. When I set the Regen back to level 3 because I knew something else will happen, because you'll have slow moving traffic, you have to slow down, you can't just keep going at a constant speed. Cruise control is out of the question. And there's a lot of traffic here. I need to get going to this lane. Come on guys. Alright. By the time I reach the Lonavala charger, I should have like around 45%, 42% maybe, let's say 45%. Between 42 and 45% SOC remaining, so that should get me home. Let's see, I don't know. I'll go to the charger and then decide, if I need to just top up for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but I'll go to the charger. I want to see the charger, It's a nice ABB charger installed by our friend Akhil, who's from Pulse Energy. So he's installed a ABB charger, 25 kilowatt ABB charger, and that goes with the static cloud. So Akhil is awesome. He's from a company called Pulse Energy. They're developing they're working on something pretty interesting that will revolutionize charging. Currently you have lots of charging apps. Every service provider needs an app. For example, in the morning I charged at Reliance GeoBP and I need to use their app. Now if I go to the charger at Lonavala, I need to use the static app. So that I'll just say that they're working on a solution which will make it easier. So I'm not allowed to say much. And Regen 3 is awesome. No, I'm not even touching the brakes. In such traffic, Regen level 3 is phenomenal. Hey, Nexon EV, hey man, did you install your latest software update? Or you're not sure? There's this new tunnel that's coming up apparently in a year or a couple of years. You'll have this new tunnel that will bypass this entire Ghat and you'll reach Pune faster. So I'm looking forward to the tunnel. That tunnel will go under the Lonavala lake. Pretty impressive engineering. Once that happens, we can avoid this Ghat and slow moving traffic, and interesting times ahead for people who are doing Mumbai, Pune, Mumbai. Java, why are you flashing? God, I can't stand these flashes. Look at that guy. Acceleration brake. Classic petrol head. Yeah, accelerate, brake. Come on. Yeah, this happens. Expressway Friday evening, very bad idea. Damn it. You're stuck. Climbing up and you're stuck. Extremely slow. Look at this guy. Oh my god. No indicator, nothing. Sad. But electric car, one pedal driving. Regen level 3. No, not touching the brakes. Stress free. Quiet. No clutch, no gear. These situations are a piece of cake actually in an electric car.
A few moments later.
spot on assessment by Nexon EV Maharashtra Club group members. 40% SOC at this charger, Max Museum Charger ABB. So just like the Nexon, 100% at Mumbai, 40% at the Lonavala fast charger. So 18 kilowatt charging, the Tiago.ev. 45% rapidly in like 5 minutes. It's gone from 40% to 45%. So you can see 45%. And I have a Nexon EV owner here and an Aether here. Pretty cool place, I must say. Max Museum. This trip from Mumbai to Pune is not a realistic range test because you have the Ghat, and that is takes all the calculations out of the window. So, and as you can see, you have a 25 kilowatt ABB charger here, and use static app. In like a matter of 7 to 8 minutes, I'm already 50%. So there's another electric car here and then an Aether here, and this charger looks pretty cool. Look at that. Looks like a futuristic piece of hardware. Huh? Pretty cool. 15 minutes, 20% top up and get going. I mean, that's the beauty of an electric car with a small battery, you know. So if you're a Tiago EV owner, don't clog up these fast chargers and keep charging up to 100%. It's not needed. If you have 70 kilometers to go, just top up for like 20 minutes, 20% and get going, you know. It charged from 40% to 60% in 15 minutes and only consumed 5 units of electricity. So this is good enough for me to go back to Pune. So awesome top up, good brake. I wanted a brake. I didn't want to just, you know, keep driving. And fantastic. The efficiency and the frugality of this car is amazing. Alright guys, 60% SOC and time to hit the road. And I have around 50 odd kilometers, which I should easily do it in to get home. So this is an awesome spot. I love the spot. Good break, calm place, fresh air. And look at this road. Very nice. Chill out, away from the crowd, away from the traffic. Perfect spot to charge. I think Akhil has done a great job putting a charger here. An ABB charger, it just works all the time. So if this is an ABB charger, there's no brainer. Just go and, you know, charge. Alright guys, that was awesome, wasn't it? In like 15 minutes, I'm topped up and I'm ready to go. 25 kilowatt is perfect for Indian electric cars. So this, throughout the session, it charged at around 18 kilowatts. So many of you might laugh at 18 kilowatts and say that, hey, this is not fast charging. You see video, we just saw that Kia EV6 charging at 240 kilowatts. So yeah, so I mean, you might laugh at that, saying 18 kilowatts, ridiculous, are you kidding me? But then you have to understand that this car has a small battery pack, 22 kilowatt hour usable. So at 0.8C, 18 kilowatts, it's totally okay. I mean, it's very practical because all you need is a quick top up, right? I wanted to talk to you about software. I think the Tata electric cars, the software, there's a lot of scope for improvements. So I spoke to the Tata people, my contacts, and they said that the Tiago EV has 4 software systems, just like the Nexon EV. You have the BMS, you have the VCU, telematic system, and the infotainment system. This thing, Harman. Now, only the telematic system supports OTA, over-the-air updates. For every other 3 systems, you need to go to the dealership and then install the software. So in 2023, Tata is asking people to go to dealerships for software updates. And many people won't bother, you know, they won't take it to the dealership, they won't get it checked, they won't have the latest software update. So if you're a Tiago EV owner, I would recommend you to always go to the dealership and get the version checked and ensure that you have the latest software update. So it's very important. Second thing is I want to discuss is about the Tata electric cars. They have this Harman system right here. I'm sorry, this totally sucks. I mean, it's useful. See, it has its Apple CarPlay, it has Android Auto, great, right? But then It's a third-party unit by Harman. It has nothing to do with Tata Motors or an electric car. So there's no integration between your electric car drivetrain and then what is showing here, right? There's no information. So if you see, even in the Reva E2O, which was created by Chetan Maini and his team back in 2012, there was integration between the screen here and the drivetrain. So you had efficiency graphs, leaderboards, and there's a gamification called echo points. Everything was right here, and you could see how much energy is flowing into the battery, how much energy is gaining when you're regenerating. Here, this screen has something basic information here, but this screen is trash. It is not an EV screen. So Tata Motors, they should stop, getting a third-party Harman system, which has nothing to do with an EV. They are a third-party company. I mean, I spoke to you about the E2O, which had an amazing integration here in the screen. Even the new cars, BYD. You look at the BYD E6, right? So this screen, it gives me a lot of information, and the readouts here in this screen is very less. You can't give more information here. So I would. Which if you integrate your drivetrain in the screen here, you can put a lot of readouts. For example, I would like to know how many kilowatts am I consuming on the fly when I'm driving right now. What percentage of the energy is being consumed by the traction battery, by the motor, and what percentage is being consumed by climate control. Stuff like that. So Tata Motors, you need to give more information here and integrate your drivetrain with this screen, please. So that is my request. The most Nexon EV owners, they are not sure. They have not seen the E2O, and the E2O was fairly ahead of its time. We used to always have these graphs, efficiency graphs here, and we used to compare with others. I loved it. And so Tata Motors, regards to software, they have a long way to go. Tata should get rid of this Harman nonsense and have a in-house built computer. Alright guys, reaching home update. I have quit the expressway and on the old highway back to Baner, and 41% remaining, so very comfortable 15-minute charge. This shows that small battery electric cars can be practical. I mean, of course you need chargers, so you need to have that ABB charger ready, and if you have 15 Tiagos and you have one charger, that won't help. So chargers need to have more chargers, and that will happen. Companies like Charge Zone Static are installing chargers. So, but this trip was just awesome. Final update when I reach home. 37%, 7 kilometers remaining. So the DT is a bit crazy. I didn't need to charge. I could have come with 15%, 17% remaining. I could have come here, but it's good to take a break and charge that Lonavala. I like that spot anyway. If you're a new Tiago EV owner, congratulations, and you guys have made a great choice.